There we go. So now I am not listening to the stream, but I can still hang out and chat. And let's get this back on. There we go. Okay. Oh! I got a screen share with you, don't I? Ugh. Just share this window, and then I gotta transmit my...
I have to mute the stream. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. Stereo mix. Okay. So now you should be able to see the game and have audio for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Minimize that. And I think that should all be good. Okay. Alright then, let's continue.
One sec, I'm posting up.
Okay.
Oh, you can...
All set? Just let me know when you're ready. How long do you, I mean, what are you posting?
Oh, it's fine now.
Oh, okay. Tell me it's ready, man.
Yeah, we're ready.
Cool. Alright. I think you're, the scholars, right?
Well, let me, one sec. Seeing if Meg wants to join. And I have a cat on my leg.
Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and go, and then if people want to come in and go, because otherwise, I mean, I'm just gonna
Okay.
kill in time.
Don't add dead time.
Right. Yeah, alright, here we go. So, you came that far! Incredible! This tutorial will be about variables and mechanics of decisions. Here you will learn about the true power of eventing. A land of events. Okay, this is the big one. This is the hardest part of the tutorial. If you understand everything here, the rest is just information to remember. So please pay full attention to this tutorial. Keep a slow pace in order to understand everything. Let's do this. We begin with a deep understanding of the control switches command. Before that, I want to mention something that's useful for programmers or people who are learning programming at this time. RPG Maker VX Ace was designed to keep things simple so no programming should be needed. They did a good job. Many terms here on RPG Maker VX Ace, though, are 100% different from programming language terms, but they have the same names. Try not to get confused. So, go to page 1, Game Progression, Control Switches. So what do we see here? This is the switch we will manipulate. Tutorial 1 done is the given name on that switch. We also have the batch option here. We'll explain it in a while. See this number? That 0001 means that this switch is the switch with ID 1. RPG Maker VXA stores switches and variables into an invisible database. Yeah, if you want to add her on, that's fine. You cannot find variables and switches into the main database, the one you access by pressing F9, because those are stored elsewhere, on the invisible database I mentioned. A BBQ Trollolo. Okay. You are wrong. I have experience with that, and I could say you are lame by telling about an invisible database. Oh my god, barbecue Trollolo. Talk about tables. Come on, confuse them all. Trollolo. Do you want a balloon? Anyway, your tutorial is lame. Too long, didn't read. Oh my god, barbecue, you really.
Wow.
You are
Hello?
the were. Hey Meg, how's it going?
Oh, it's going pretty well. How are you?
Good. Apparently I need a community moderator.
Okay.
You totally missed the clown.
Anyone want to jump in on the community moderator here?
This clown has been reported for trolling. To protect this tutorial, I have chosen to kick him out.
Thanks, mod. Experts, please spare me some strange descriptions I make. This tutorial is made mostly for beginners. I have to keep things simple. So please allow me some flexibility on descriptions. As for the rest of the people who are actually learning now, let's continue. What are we talking about? Oh yes! You cannot find variables and switches into the main database. So when we have to refer to a switch, we get access to where switches are stored. The switch we see here is the very first one because its ID is 0001. A switch works like a light switch. It can be set on or off. So simple. Click on the ellipses on the switch name. This scary menu pops up. It's a wild menu! Gotta understand them all! Let's see what we got here. This is the place sets of switches are born. For every 20 switches, there's a placeholder. We've highlighted in red the switch placeholders. Change max adds or removes switches. Removing switches permanently wipes them out. Be careful. Here are displayed the 20 switches of the chosen placeholder from the left. See the names? Some make sense to you, right? There's one named None Joins. I use it to know if you talk to her. If you did, the game does some stuff differently than the case that you didn't talk to her. You'll soon learn how to do that too. There's Cheese Old Man. If Cheese here.
Oh, I can't see the rest of the text because this thing is like the box is in the way.
Which box?
I think it's a Meg's.
Oh, is it
Like-
my face?
No, it's just like a blank thing with like. I don't even know what that's like. The avatar for like a person.
Maximize your window, the Skype window.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
I was gonna say, if
Let
it's
me-
something I can fix on my end, I'll be happy to do
That's
it.
fine now.
Okay.
It is highly recommended to use names for switch and variables. That makes sense. Thus, you will not get confused. Same applies for event names.
I think that's you too, isn't it?
Go back to your shop, old wise man.
Actually, the old man is right. Click on a variable as shown in the picture. Now you can set the name here.
What?
And now about batch. Imagine you got 35 switches and you want them all to be set to the off state. What would you do? Doing that for 35 switches is really boring. Imagine having to do that for 9,001 switches. It's over 9,000!
Kick!
Batching helps you do exactly that. There are two numbers, the one on the left and the one on the right. Between them is the tilde symbol. The left is the lowest ID, the right one is the highest. Both of them, including all sequential IDs from the first to the second, will be set as you desire, using only one control switches command. For instance, here we set the first ID to be 1 and the second to be 23. Thus, switches with ID 1, 2, 3 all the way to 21, 22, 23 will be set. So here we set all of them on at once. Bottom line, a switch can be set on or off. According to a switch state, a program can behave differently. We'll show some examples later. It's a large snake of laziness. Oops. I got my nuns up front now.
Well, honestly, when you talk, I can still hear the volume.
Oh, it doesn't change? Well, it's not when I talk, it's when you talk, right?
Well, it's when I talk.
Right.
Okay.
Which, yeah, I still have no solution for that. I'll fight more of those plants. They were worth a lot of experience. So now we talk about variables. What is a variable, though? In programming and also here, a variable can be described as a box. In programming, there are lots of different boxes that are called variables of different types. Here, things are simple. A variable in RPG Maker VXAce interface is a box that can contain an integer number. That's it. A variable is a box that contains a number, an integer to be more specific. So a variable can contain 0, 1, 2, -3, 4, etc., etc. It can also contain 1337, -1646, 9001. It cannot contain values like 12.5 or -0.125. So let's go page 1, game progression, control variables. This is the intimidating, wild submenu of control variables command. Let's understand it. First off, we set a variable. It's the same way as a switch. You can create one variable and name it, or you can select more than one using batch. Here we see a variable named 1, progress selected. It is the first variable ever made to this game tutorial. Using this variable, the program knows if you've watched a previous tutorial, so the guards on the map disappear and unlock the next one. Progress has current value is 6. Those are the operators. An operator is a symbol. A symbol can be 3 letters that shows us that an action will take place. So plus in algebra means adding something. It's an operator. Minus is for subtraction, right? Plus and minus symbols are operators. So what are all those operators here anyway? Let's see them briefly. Set sets a new value, gets rid of the existing one. Add something to the existing value, subtract something from the existing value, multiply the existing value with something, divide the existing value with something. The new value will be an integer rounded down, or mod. What remains from a division with something is the new value for the variable. Basically, it's a remainder. Set operator can be considered as an equivalent to the equals operator. And what is that something we will equalize or add or subtract or multiply or divide or calculate remainder with our variable? In this section, we define this something. See the name, operand? Operand is that something. Let's explain that. When we say 1 plus 2 equals 3, we have the operator plus. The operands for plus are 1 and 2. So here the one obvious operand is our variable. We've set the operator, now we have to set the other operand, and we're done. Variable's value is current value operator operand.